different version of sock talk. I'm gonna still show you the socks, but new year, new you. We get the idea. Let's talk about how to accomplish the new you that you want to accomplish. As you know, I've written a couple books. I have a couple companies. I want to share how I have started those things and had the success that I've had in those areas. I didn't make this up. It's pretty well known, hopefully, but I want to make it plain for everybody. They're called SMART goals. And I got a weird little like muscle thing I gotta stretch. Do some more yoga. So I'm gonna do SMART. SMART goal. S is simple. Keep it simple. What is the goal? I want to lose 100 pounds. That's not a goal. Your goal is to become healthier. So make your goal being healthy, not X pounds. You have a goal to write a novel. That's great. Have a goal to write a couple short stories, write a couple poems. Take small steps to get wherever you want to go, because the larger the picture, which is good, but the larger the picture, the harder it is to start the steps that you need to get started. So start simple, have the long goal. So let's say, for example, you want to lose 100 pounds or you want to write a novel. Say you want to do it in X amount of months. Well, if it's X amount of months, what do you need to do every single day? I think that's the point behind this. What do you need to do every single day? Just break it down so that it's simple enough for you to actually get there. M, is it measurable? Can you measure it? If you want to lose X pounds, if you want to write X amount of pages, if you want to start a company, what are you doing to say that you have done something? So let's say, for example, right now I have, with the sock company, I'm trying to do more packaged socks versus individual socks. And I'm trying to find my specific market, because for me, my market is 25 to 35. And it's interesting because it's half females and half males. And the alpha is like, a percentage or two, so it's not anything major. But I know my market because I've put myself out there. I've said, hey, I want to sell these socks. I'm going to just throw some random socks out there, see what people like, and then I'm going to get it more narrow and see I want specific socks, and now I understand my market. So for me, measuring my goal, I'm putting X amount of dollars into advertising. How much am I getting back from that? Is this successful? And what I'm doing with my sock company, as far as having these marketing tactics or having the page or having models coming in, is that actually bringing income for me, or is it just wasting time? So if your goal is simple, if your goal is measurable, it needs to also be attainable. Can you start a company? Yes, you can. Could I have started a company? Yes, I could have. Can my son start a company? He already has one. So it's really easy to attain any goal that you have if you make sure that the beginning of that goal is simple. If you want to start, there's a couple of people that I'm talking to. There's an artist, and then there's a person who does accessories for clothing wear. They started to just do these things out the whim, and we came into conversation, and now they're at a point where, hey, like, I can make money from what I'm doing. Let me provide value to other people. There's people out there who want drawings. There's people out there who need different types of accessories. There's people out there who have the ability to create beads or create candles or create whatever it is. It's super possible. It's super attainable. All you have to do is create it to where you can see it, plan it out, make it simple, make sure you can measure your success with it, make sure that it is attainable with you not giving up on whatever it is, and simple, measurable, attainable. Is it realistic? Now, since I was, I'd probably say my son's age, I've always said I wanted to start a company. Like, that's all I want to do for my entire life. Like, my goal in life was to start a company. I've had a couple. I started off with my first book, which was called Words by Passion, or Words of Passion. And then my first published book was My Joy in the Morning, Rising from the Ashes. Then I started a company where I was selling women's fitness clothes. That did really, really well. I then moved to, I think it was the socks. That was next. So for me, that's all I wanted to do for my entire life, was just start a company. And now with having a couple companies that I've done before, I now want to help people do that. Like it makes me happy to say I can help you create a system to where you can provide income for yourself while you're working your job. Like I still work a full-time job. I'm still a full-time dad. There's ways for you to do these things to where XYZ isn't like, oh, I'm on my lunch break, I can't go have fun with you guys. You know, there's different things you can do when you start to provide for yourself and your joy is providing for you. So let's get back to these SMART goals. Now, that should be a T, not an I. You're probably laughing about that the whole time, huh? So simple, measurable, attainable, realistic, is it timely? So, another goal that I have is to do music. That I'm just going to completely not give up on because I tried it and I put a lot of effort into it. But it's just not for me. So I can successfully say that now that I tried it, I gave it a dollar, not doing it. But I can write. So my next thing, the next thing that I'm going to do with that is I'm going to write poems. I'm going to have those illustrated as images and just start to like market those as like positive expressions or just expressions of who I am just because this is my stuff and I can put out whatever I want to. But in that, I want to promote artists. So if you're watching this and you are an artist, we've probably collaborated, we've probably connected and had a conversation. You'll start to see that out within the next couple weeks or so. So timely. The next thing that for this year, that's what I wanted to share. So for this year, I've started to write short stories about the things that me and my son do. It's called Malachi's Adventures. There's a Kickstarter started for it already. In my Instagram profile, there is a link to his page where he has like, you know, some simple pictures and some things that I'm going to put out to start to market for his books that are going to start to come out. I have the first book that's completely 100% done. I just need to format it. And I'm very likely going to put it out for free or like charge like $1 for it. I haven't completely decided. It does cost money to put it on, so the Kickstarter has provided enough for me to put it out there. Like I paid for everything to get done as far as the translation from English to Spanish, the illustrations done. It's just the formatting. There's a couple of things that I need to figure out exactly what I want to do, but it's probably going to be free. Very likely going to be free or $1. But my goal with that is by the end of the year, have a novel for him, have like a book, like a literal, like, it's called a novella, so it's not a short story, it's smaller than a short story. So he'll have, I think it's 9 short stories, or 10 short stories, and then the 10th one or the 11th one will be like all of them in a novella, like all of them like in sequential order as far as like what the story is. So for me, that's timely. It's literally on my app. I probably won't show a picture of it, but it's right here. I have it to where every single month I'm creating a new short story. January's done, February's next. It's timely, it's simple, it's a short story. I can measure it because I know I'm doing a short story a month. It's attainable because all I have to do is write and either like draw a picture or just put it out there as text. And if you ever want to write or be a published author, or if you want to do anything to where you're writing stuff and you're putting it out there for people to read and you want help and you're real about it, like ask me. And I say real about it because people have come to me and they've said, hey, like I want to do XYZ and like these are some things that I have about, these are some questions that I have about it, and I give them advice and they don't follow through. It's a waste of your time to even put out that effort. And it's a waste of my time if I'm trying to help you and you're not trying to go all the way. So if you're trying to like do something all the way, let me know. If you're just kind of curious, Google it. So SMART goals. Sock Talk Part 1. I'm about to show y'all these socks. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna make it simple. These are today's socks. I like these socks. These are part of my my personal workout socks. It's kind of weird me taking off my socks. But this is Sock Talk, and that is today, January 1st, 2019. Let's make this year happen.